So this is my Chinese carbon bike that I did a short review on back in the summer, and so I've had it for about 8 months now. So I wanted to go ahead and do a more complete review for people who are looking at buying a Chinese carbon bike. So first of all, what do I have? It's a FM028 or an RB002 frame. I got it from Carbon Zone on eBay. It's a 54 centimeter frame. So what I built it up with was 60 millimeter rims from the same guy, Carbon Zone on eBay. Those were $490 with $55 shipping. And then I used a SRAM Rival group set on this bike, which I actually got for $650 from eBay as well. So overall, I spent just under $2,000. It ended up being $1,900 for the entire bike built up and everything, including everything, tubes, the gator skin tires, everything totally was $1,900. And the end weight ended up being about 18.5 pounds, was what it was weighed at as you see it today. So it's not a horrible weight. It's not. I've seen a lot of people build up the exact same frame, right around 14.5 pounds. You know, I was really hoping for 16 pounds, but with the gator skin tires, the 60 millimeter rims, and then some of the cheaper parts I put on there really put a little bit more weight on than I expected. A timeline: I started researching my bike back in 2011, actually. Back probably about this time, October, November, December 2011, started looking around at carbon frames and started making a list of all the frames that I liked. I bought this frame in March, and of course now I've had it since then. So there's a few questions I always get, so I wanted to answer a few of those. How's it holding up? Well, I've put just under 2,000 miles, probably about 2,000 miles on it. I've raced a half Ironman up in Steelhead with it, as well as an Olympic distance triathlon, as well as one team time trial. This is my second bike. I had an entry-level Trek before this, and so I can't comment on things like the flex of the bottom bracket, that sort of thing. But overall, it's held up great. I haven't had any problems at all with the frame or the wheel set, really. Build quality, when I had the frame built up, both the mechanics said that they couldn't tell the difference as far as build quality goes between this and a actual Trek Madone bike. So the build quality itself seems to be great. I haven't had any problems. Some people have problems with eyelets popping out, that sort of thing. I haven't had any problems with that at all. As far as the wheels go, I get a lot of comments on the wheels as well. They're not easier to bike with. Everyone always asks, is it easier to get to a certain speed? Is it easier to maintain a certain speed? I don't really see a huge difference in being able to get to a certain speed, that sort of thing. I don't think that I'm at the level where I'd notice something like that at all anyway. On the downside, the wheels are pretty heavy. The wheels built up with the Novatech hubs are 1,800 grams, which is the heaviest part of the bike. So keep that in mind if you're looking at buying some wheels with your frame. And of course the wind can take a little bit getting used to when you have more of a deep dish wheel on your bike. If I was buying it over again now, I'd definitely look into different frame options. Like I said, last year was when I started researching this frame, and a lot of new frames have come out since then. There's a lot of really cool frames out there. But again, I would definitely buy a little bit nicer parts as far as the seat post goes, the stem, handlebars. It really pays off to get a little bit nicer parts. I probably would still do the gator skins. The gator skin tires are a little bit heavy, but I haven't had a single flat all summer, so I'd say that's probably worth it. But overall, you can find a nice bike at the same price range, a Giant, a Trek. If you look around, you can find a nice bike in the $2,000 price range. It's all about if you want to customize your own bike, if you want to build your own frame. That's if I was doing this today, first of all, I'd make a list of parts and price out your entire bike, everything, down to the last nut and bolt before you do anything. See how much you're going to spend on a brand new bike. It's probably going to shock you how much it's going to end up costing in the end, including shipping. Make sure you price in shipping. My bike costs $80 to ship. My wheels cost $55 to ship. So after you make a list of parts and price it out, size yourself. You can use the Real Cyclist online tool to size and see what kind of frame geometry you need. And then go online and spend a good month finding 4 or 5 frames that really fit you with their frame geometry. Once you find a few frames that fit you, go ahead and pick a seller that you feel confident in, and go ahead and make your purchase. When you make your purchase, be sure to ask about freebies or discounts. Usually they'll throw in small things, brake pads, that sort of thing. So be sure to ask about that. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. And if anybody wants some more information or some more video, I'd be more than happy to make another review.